Hello, friends. It's E. Giuliano here, and we have that Bitcoin dump already. It's been quite an interesting daily candle. It's worth another update. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to look at the Bitcoin price chart. I'm going to give you what I consider to be my most likely target at this point. If you watched the previous video, I give a target around 33 as a possibility based on the fib extension of a one-to-one relationship with this 1 and 3 wave, equaling this degree here of a 5 wave. But ultimately that leads to too close of a nearly a one-to-one relationship with this big 1 wave, and as in terms of levels. And that doesn't make sense unless we're really going lower, in which case, okay, that's possible, but that's less likely scenario. Okay, I'm going to jump in and just show a couple of levels here. It's pretty straightforward. So I'm going to load up this chart layout here, most recent 4-hour daily, weekly on the BTC. We're going to use the 4-hour levels just to take a look here and say, wow, what a move. So earlier today, yesterday, looking at, yesterday, we are now in the 3 a.m. UTC time. So there was a lot of volatility upside and downside yesterday, as you can see, as you already know. So we've pierced the lowest of the lows in the recent times. And so, yeah, we are definitely making that move. One thing I'd like to recognize is that the move, when it happens, it's pretty fierce and quick, might have a little intermediate bumper too. And, but in this case, I'm guessing it'll be much more like a straight down, fierce and quick, but we'll see. Okay, so we're looking to complete this 5th wave of this 3rd wave, and more likely target, rather than 1 and 3 equals 5, is most likely going to be 1 equals 5 and 3 is longer and extended. And that relates with this whole 3 move, because this 5 would be finishing this 3 move. This 3 move would be 61.8% of this 1 move. So let's look for that. Not in the sense of trying to confirm that bias, but I've already seen it. I was looking on the daily, so it's neither here nor there, slightly the same or different, but there roughly is your 61.8. It's around 38K. And then if we go in here, we're going to take this 1 wave, which ends up around there. And we can go on a little zoomer if you want, and you will see here. We will see if we take this 1 wave here, boom, and we compare it with where the 5 wave would be, boom, and it really lines up quite nicely. So it's around 38K, 38.3, 38.4. That's basically a nice confluential target, and in my humble opinion here. Now, the other thing that I wanted to mention, so that ends the 3rd wave, we'd be moving into a 4th wave here, and we can discuss that after that. We'd likely be breaking this red 0 to 2 trend line, Neowave method style. And what I wanted to look at is, in fact, the 2 to 4 trend line. So it looks like today's action here really cemented this 4 trend line, and it's clear that this is where the 2 to 4 trend line should live on the 4 hourly. Let me check here, 0 to 2 trend line. Yeah, you could argue one or the other. I'm not too concerned at this point. It's more so where the 4 is, because then we want to break this 2 to 4 trend line. But once the 5th wave is done, then the first or whatever action happens to go towards as this red 4th wave begins, we should be breaking this 2 to 4 trend line quickly, violently, and we should be breaking from this level. See this 43 level? We should be we'd likely be at least breaching this 43 level to get to this 4th wave, wherever that's going to be. So we will get a hard bounce, is my next thought, but we'll see about that. Especially, well, who knows? This was already a hard bounce here too. So yeah, anyway, yeah, hard bounce. that was the 2 to 4 trend line. And if we just do that on the daily, cut right in here. Oops, no, undo that. Yeah, so because as they go, like for example, here it just goes, here it just goes. So here we're going, and I think this is roughly where we are completing, and that makes a lot of sense for us. And then what else? That is it. This is basically where we stand so far. Other than that, stick around for more, and I'll come back with more as we progress. But this is how it looks so far. Yeah, there's a 2 to 4 trend line. We can bring it into here, and if we're using the wicks, we bring it here. Okay, but interestingly, and sometimes when you're just using closing prices, it doesn't work the same, right? And there you go. The 2 to 4 trend line would be back here, and it would start probably over here on the 16 January. Would be this beginning of the 5th wave, which fine, you know what, on a closing basis, you can work it that way. But on a trading basis, this move right here begins the 5th wave from a Neowave perspective. Anyway, your comments are always welcome and appreciated. The likes on the video and subscriptions, and stick around for more, and I'll do my best to bring more of quality and value. Until next time, I think that's it. Yeah, I don't have much else to add. 38K, 38.3, 38.4 is the nice looking target. And wow, look, it relates to this previous level of good support region zone here, which is at the 38K level. Fascinating. All right, good stuff, everyone. Until next time. Yeah, what's going on RSI though? Oh yeah, good. And it'll make a lower low. That'll be good for no bearish divergence yet. And then it'll go up. And then the next time it comes down, oops, that's not what we want. Cancel that. The next time, oops, that's the wrong indicator. We're almost done here. The next time, so after it comes down, maybe it'll make a lower low here than here, right? Lower low, come back up, and then come back down, making a higher low. And if the price goes lower with this 5th wave, then you're really setting up for the proper bullish divergence on the daily to have a nice move in relation to this overall C wave. The next move would be starting the next degree, similar degree move to this upside, wherever that's going to be. But that's when that 5th finishes. We're not quite there yet. We're watching this smaller degree 5th take place. Wow. As we speak, we're at 39.6, and yeah, fighting with the previous bounce level right here of the 10th of January. This is a daily price chart. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so what I wanted to recognize was this daily candle here. Recognize this daily candle. What a massive move throughout the day. Fascinating to watch, and I'm glad you're here to enjoy it with me. All right, so stay sane out there and study up to take a famous quote. And I will talk to you next time. Okay, I'm wishing you much love, peace, and happiness from the 39,000s on the BTC USD chart. All right, until next time, goodbye.